fully forge it square, so be mindful of your 90-degree turn. So a little square. If the corners are still slightly rounded, that's all right. As long as you have a flat surface to meet the next one. We'll do that on this side. I'm going to look at this, the back one, to forge this. And look at them from the end. Make sure they're square and not a parallelogram. So look at that plane. Look at the other one. So we also want to make sure we bend this so those flats are in line. And if they're not, it's not the end of the world. So these aren't in line, so we can stand it on the longer leg, push that over. So now that they're touching, we want to get those two planes together. So we're going to set it, next heat we're going to set it on the anvil, not the loop. We don't want to crush the loop closed. We just want to bring those two flats together. And the anvil, and they're going to stick. We're going to have what's termed as cohesion. And what I think of it as kind of like a hoedown on an atomic level, whereas the excessive heat gets those electron bands so excited that when they're touching, they just go like this. And the longer they're at that temperature, the stronger that bond gets. And then he's going to link to that one and all the way down. Don't flux it a red. Don't flux it a black. You want a decent color preheat to put this borax on. All right, just shook some of it off. Nice and flat. A few on the side. Most of them from the top and the bottom. Now here our scale is forming on the surface. See the scale forming? We have lost a welding temperature. When you see these little scale bubbles occur, you've dropped below welding temperature. Obviously you could still forge it, but don't think you're welding it. So that was if there was a variance in temperature from one piece to the other, that would indicate they're not fused together. But they're sharing temperature, that's good. So we're going to just repeat that again, that exact same sequence. Preheat, flux. This magic smoke on there is a good indicator. So not quite as juicy because there is no void between the pieces. So we're getting our scale now. I can cautiously forge, but not with the premise that I'm welding. I'm just forging at this point. And then brush and examine. Another thing, if you want to test your weld, turn it on the diamond and hit the corners. If they slip apart, they're not bonded. And with each progressive weld you take, the seam's going to disappear more and more. So it's almost gone. Where is it most evident? Right up here at these bends where, I just can't get a off. So these are Viking bottoms. they have to have a lethal spike on them. That way, wherever they are in their lodge, they can jab it into a log or into a big chunk of peat. So at these temperatures, I'm really pushing the parameters of that brand new cohesion. If you're really horsing on it and trying to forge it in, you can fix up your fire poker to be your finger in the fire. So there, I started that maybe slides a bit because it's on a radius, but it gives you enough of a tooth to get that cap off. And then if you want to give it a little bit of a curve to it, kind of sits on there. So it's a fun project. Good stocking stuffers. We're going to carry this forward into the next one, continue with the same size material, still a one-piece weld.